tool, folding knife, keys, flashlight, fire starter, cell phone. These are just some of the items that I like to keep on me integrated into my everyday carry system or my survival kits or Bugout bags, that kind of thing. Unfortunately, to carry all these capabilities on me at all times would be, really bulky and kind of weigh me down. So I've always tried to attach things to keychains, but I mean that just makes my pockets bulky, and I'm always trying to figure out the best system to have as many capabilities as possible. Being someone who's a prepper, which is someone who likes to be prepared not just for everyday carry scenarios, but also for the worst case scenarios as well. So I'm not the only one who has thought this, apparently, because Klecker, Glenn Klecker more specifically, has come out with what's known as the Stowaway tool. So for those of you who have been following my content, you know I go to SHOT Show every year, and I get to see all the new products that are going to be rolled out that year. And this year, SHOT Show 2017, Glenn Klecker and his team unveiled the Stowaway tools, and it ranked in the top 5 best new products of 2017. In fact, it just missed the #1 spot. But in my mind, there is very few products that are as thoughtful and as borderline ingenious as these Stowaway tools, and I'm going to cover that in this video. One of the things I wanted to kind of bring to y'all's attention is Klecker's other products, including the Carabiner, and specifically the Carabiner Lite, which is what I have here in my hand. And you can see how the handle, this back lock, is integrated. Look at that. You just push down. It's elegant. It's functional. It's just a great everyday carry item. And they also have Glenn Klecker has had his hand in designing other products for other companies, including Leatherman through the Skeletal. And here's another thing from Klecker Knives. This I got from one of my battle boxes. But this is a hunter knife that comes with a Skinner. So I'm excited for the future to see what else Klecker comes out with. And but I'm also very excited about what they have recently come out with. So let's go ahead and start talking about the Stowaway tools. So both myself and my wife have been using these products, and so I'm able to kind of get a little bit of a better understanding because of that. So the case that you see in front of you is mine. It's a prototype of the hopefully a production model that they come out with for the iPhone 6 Plus. They already have production versions of the iPhone 6 and the 6S, as well as the iPhone 7. So if you have those, if you have those smartphones, go ahead and check out the links that I'm leaving in the description box below, so that you guys can figure out how to get this, as well as the Stowaway tools. However, if you don't have those smartphones, or if you don't have a smartphone at all, or whatever, there are other ways of integrating these capabilities into your everyday carry system. Let's show you some of the different options as far as the color that you can get. So here are some more mechanical designs. Here are some more whimsical designs. Whether you're a guy or a girl, I think this would make a great thing to not only use for yourself, but also maybe a good gift option. Like I said, my wife and I have both been using this, and although she's not into the same stuff as me when it comes to like pocket knives and all this kind of other stuff, she quickly discovered how much she liked having capabilities into her phone. So also, now that I showed you guys the colors for the cases, let me also show you the colors for the tool caps, and I'll show you why that's important as well. But yeah, there are lots of different colors here. What I like to do is I like to match a tool to a color. That way I know, oh, I'm pulling out the flashlight because that's yellow, that type of thing. However, if you're like my wife, you just want all the colors to be the same. And white is what comes with every case, as well as a protector for the back of your phone. However, in my opinion, I kind of wish that they would have done something a little bit different, where they would have had some sort of backing integrated into this phone case. That way you don't have to put a sticker on your phone, but it's really not too big of a sacrifice. The reason I mention is for Klecker, in case they are wanting ideas for future versions, maybe 2.0 version. Another thing I'll mention is kind of a con, is that it is a little difficult to get these out, at least for women, so just kind of keep that in mind. My wife has to dig in with her fingernails, and that can scratch these a little bit. Whenever I first started using mine, I started using my fingernail rather than pushing down with the pad of my thumb. But just a couple of things I think are worth noting. Let's just go ahead and start talking about the tools. First off, these are some of the tools that I don't use as often, but maybe it's different for you. Here is the Stowaway wrench, and you can see a bunch of different sizes there. Also got the Stowaway, what's known as the pocket clip, but which is a bottle opener, and if you can hang this off of your pocket as well. And you also have the seatbelt cutter, which can cut all sorts of things. These are the tools that my wife likes in her phone. She has the teal phone case because that's her favorite color, but I'm borrowing the blue one just for these purposes. She doesn't like giving up her phone. I can't blame her. And so here there's basically a low and a high when it comes to the flashlights, and they've got 2 buttons right here. And so that's the flashlight. There's another tool. This is known as the Griffin Tool, and you have a lot of the capabilities as the wrench, as well as the pocket clip one, where it has that bottle opener, as well as a pry bar. So these are great. This is kind of a good time to mention that these tools are meant for backup, to be a backup for something. The same way as a multi-tool is kind of a compromise for all the tools that it includes. This is for the convenience of having an item. So don't look at this and say, oh, well actually these are really good tweezers. But don't say, oh, well, that item is not these scissors are not as good as scissors if you were to pull them out of a desk drawer. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't carry scissors on me in my pockets, other than maybe like multi-tool. So keep those things in mind whenever you're looking for whether it be multi-tool or other items they're compromises, yes, but the convenience of having a tool like this on your person, and all you have on you is maybe your cell phone. I think that's amazing and incredible. We also have a screwdriver, and it has a Phillips head as well as a flat head. This works really well, or at least as well as one would hope when it comes to screwdrivers anyways, for that size. There's also a pen, and I will say that I was a little worried about breaking this, but honestly, I mean, yeah, it can come out if you abuse it. In fact, I'm just going to set it down because I don't know if I'm going to, oh yeah, I fixed it. But yeah, this is very convenient to have if you don't have a pen on you and you have to sign a legal document because it's an emergency. I'm just kidding. I don't think you ever are going to need a pen in an emergency or anything like that. Alright, and this is the reason why I showed y'all how the Carabiner light, how that's designed. Because it uses that same Klecker lock that is patented by Klecker knives to be able to lock up the blade on this. I will say that there are better knives out there, but this is like I said, a great backup option if you don't have anything else on you. And you could use this knife if you wanted to, and use it with the magnesium, so that way you can shave off the magnesium and use the ferrocerium portion of it to start a fire. I haven't tested this out. It's all theory. If you guys want more, it's a good time to mention that there's a smooth side and then there's a more aggressive side. That way you are able to get a good, what's known as purchase on the tool, rather and not scratch, even if it is a screen, not scratch the back of your phone. What was I saying? So this is kind of an overview more so than anything, but what I wanted to do is make y'all aware of the Stowaway tools and how you can carry these items. Speaking of which, here's one of the ways is through the Carabiner, and you can put whatever, I don't know, maybe a few tools or so on this, and then you can clip this to MOLLE webbing or your belt loop, or put this in your backpack. It's really up to you, but I did want to mention that I thought this was a pretty cool design. However, I did notice that this isn't flush against the Carabiner clip. So I wanted to mention that just in case that becomes an issue for any of y'all, as well as these things kind of keep getting stuck in the horizontal position, and I wanted to make mention of that as well. So a few last things I wanted to mention is that there is a comb for those of you who are into combing your beard, and there's also some key blanks, so that way in case you ever get locked out of your house, well, if you got your phone with you, you're good to go. And there is a list of recommended ways of getting your keys copied with a key blank of this size. Sometimes hardware stores aren't going to have the right experience level that you need. One other thing I wanted to mention is that although the white caps come in all of the phones, all the phones, the red cap is for the knives, and the reason for that is because it has an opening. Let's see if I can see it through the viewfinder. There's this opening to allow the blade to pass through it. However, I actually increased the opening because I felt like it was just too narrow and it was catching on the blade. So I opened it up a little bit, and now that I did that, it does kind of stick out a little bit, but it's no big deal. I just wanted to make mention of it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the Stowaway tools in the comment section down below. I'll be leaving links for, well, everything that I include in this video down in the description box, so that way you can find out more information on Klecker products, as well as any other everyday carry products that you have you've seen me show in this video. But yeah, Klecker has not paid me or anything to promote their products, but they did send me some items to demo to you guys. That way you guys are aware of these items. And if there's anything else from Klecker that y'all are interested in, please let me know, and I can do more reviews as well as incorporate those into my everyday carry pocket dump videos. So be sure to stay tuned for those. That way you guys can hopefully see a production version of the iPhone 6 Plus phone case rather than this 3D printed one. And like I said, I'll leave links for everything, including the Kickstarter, if that's still going on. Y'all stay safe out there, and remember, it pays to be prepared. God bless.